The question is this. I was reading an article on LinkedIn, a post, and I really enjoyed it. And then I changed screens and I went and did something else, and I come back to the news feed and that post is gone. How do I find that post I was looking at? I'm going to share with you a couple ideas of how to find a post that you want to read or reread. I'll also share with you some tips of how to protect yourself in this situation as best you can. So let's say I'm looking at Melissa's article right here about Bay Path University. And I'm reading it and I get distracted and I have to go do something else. And I go do something else. I look at my network, I look at my notifications, and I go back to the home page and I hit refresh, or for whatever reason, so Melissa's article is gone. But I really wanted to read it. I wanted to maybe even engage on it. Now, how do I go find it? Number one is I could look at my browser history and see if there's a post URL. This is a post URL for a different post. But I could go look and see if there's a post URL, which would mean I brought that post up on the full screen. I don't have it in here, so I can't get to it that way. Number two, let's say I'd found that article by doing a LinkedIn search. I could look at my LinkedIn search and see if that's in here, and I don't see it. It's not in here. Here's the third option. Let's say I remember who wrote that. It was Melissa Morris Olson. I could go to her profile. Look, I could actually go straight to post by Melissa, but it actually happens to be right here. I could click post by Melissa. Why did I scroll down? And there's the post right there. I can go right back to it. And by the way, by doing that from her page, there's that post URL I was referring to that might be in your history. Look right here, history. There it is right there. A post URL. So I can get to it by going and looking at her activity. By the way, I can look at her activity as well from down here, activity, go see all activity. And I can go look for either all activity, there it is there, or look for post, and there it is right here. One more idea, if I remember, the conversation was about Provost and it was about Bay, the school Bay, then I could do a search for Provost and Bay and hit post, and maybe it'll show up. Boom, there it is right there. So go search. I typed Provost wrong and it still came up, Provost and then Bay. And then I can scroll down and there it is there. Now, let me share with you a few ideas that you could use when you're reading an article and you know or believe or feel you're going to want to come back and read it again. I could find this or start reading this article from Sid and I go, oh, I want to do something else. But before I go, there's two things that you could do that could help you be able to quickly and easily get back to this article. One is you can hit the like. And so now the fact you hit the like, then you know that you can go back to your activity and you can find in your activity, let me go back, see all activity, and there's where I liked that article. So I can bring this article back up, I can read it completely, and then I can make a decision, do I leave the like button or not? And if I want to leave the like button, no worries. But if I only use the like button for a tag, then I can click like again and get rid of it. And maybe I want to comment on it. Here's another tactic that you can use when you're looking at an article and you know you want to read it, you know you want to engage on it, you just don't have time to do it right now because you got to go do something else. You could hit the three dots and you could save this, and then you can go back and do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever activity, and then you can come back to the home page and see where it says My Items. Click My Items, and then I go Saved Post. And there's Emily's post that I wanted to read. I can click on that again and go read it. And now at this point, I'm done reading. I click the three dots and I can unsave this. LinkedIn doesn't have a good tool for you to keep track of the content that you're reading, especially when you're reading it just scrolling through the newsfeed. There's no real way for you to get back to newsfeed content. So you've got to pay attention to who wrote it, pay attention to what it's about. You got to tag it with a like button or save it so you can get back to it later on. I'm Teddy, your LinkedIn and Sales Navigator strategist, trainer, and coach, and I hope this is helpful for you.